If you have a question, please get my attention. We'll come to you. Luke Edwards, please.
For 35 minutes, 40 minutes, you played really, really well, but then closed it effectively before half time.
Yeah, I think we played really well. As you say, in that opening passage of the game, really dominant, strong. Territory was really good. We didn't create a host of chances in that period, but I think you could say we were a better team and deservedly scored. Imploded, I don't know if that's the right word. I didn't defend well enough, definitely, for the 2 goals. Really, the first goal, I could go through both and sort of pick them apart. And I think you've got to give Ekitike a lot of credit for the second one, because that's still a tough angle to score from. But that's what happens here if you get the crowd in the game, and we did. And before you knew it, we were chasing the game.
Newcastle haven't won here for 32 years. Does that game sort of sum up why that is the longest sort of winless run you've got against any opponent in English football?
Yeah, it's a tough place to play. I mean, it's a tough place to get on top, and that's the frustrating thing, because we did, and we had quiet in the crowd. We had done so much right in that opening half, to go in at half time 2-1 down was a difficult thing for the players, because they'd given so much, they'd done a lot right, and suddenly, as I say, we're chasing the game. Then we do the same in the second half. We start the second half really well, really strong, with a dominant team, and then we're 3-1 down. And so it's a day I think we'll look back on with regret, because we didn't defend the goals well enough. That's obvious, and that's what's cost us the game.
Thank you. We'll go to Chris, Lee, and then Craig, please. Chris.
Eddie, can you just talk us through the selection? Obviously, you had 3 strikers on the bench, but you went for Anthony Gordon through the middle. What was the thought process there?
Yeah, we wanted to go for real pace today against their back line, so that was the idea behind the selection. And I think Anthony played really well today. Not just his goal, but his all-round play, his running ability, his athleticism was excellent, and his technical ability. So I thought he individually played really well, and I think it helped the team, and I think we gave them a problem. We couldn't use Louis Miley and Sven Botman today, so really, in terms of team selection and formation, it was sort of forced upon us to a degree, which is a disappointment. That's where I have to credit the players that we did use, and they've gone again after playing in Paris on Wednesday with all the travelling. You know, we're in a difficult spell because we can't rotate too many players.
You mentioned the start of the game, how well he started. There's almost similarity with the home game and maybe against some of the other matches against some of the very biggest teams this season, where you've had those moments and haven't quite taken them, and that would be cost you.
Yeah, I agree, but today we sort of got the goal, and we're quiet in the crowd. We've done so much right, and then we didn't defend well enough, and we have to hold our hands up to that. And I can't say anything other than we need to defend better, especially coming here or any stadium away game. You look back at the 4 goals we conceded today, and how we've ended up conceding 4 is a bit of a mystery. But there were some moments we didn't do well enough.
Lee Ryder.
The performance aside, the damage to the league table is looking pretty severe now. Some way off the top 5. It's going to take big effort to get back into that race now.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen the league table. I'm just sort of digesting the result today. Our league form's not been consistent enough. It's not been strong enough throughout the campaign. But there's still time left, and there's still a lot of games left and a lot of points to play for, and we have to be positive. We're in the middle of a really tough spell of fixtures. So the one thing I'm not going to do is turn on my team. I'm going to support my team. The players are giving everything. We've got a small group of players who are fit. We've got a lot of players who aren't available. Big players as well. That would make a huge difference.
With the window still open, what's the most realistic update you can give us? Can we hang our hat on signing new players?
No.
Okay. If you've got a few to get through, gents, we'll go to Craig, Jordan, and Kieran.
You mentioned Eddie, the defending there. Just from a coach's perspective, can you just take us inside what did happen? It's the 1-0 up, deserved to be 4 minutes to go, till half time, was a 3-minute spell, where it gets away from you. What did happen? What could they have done differently?
That'd be a long conversation if I was to go through all goals. I just think we had a goal kick ourselves, and I think we conceded from that goal kick. And the second one was a quick goal kick for them. And I think it may have been from a set play, I'm not 100% sure, but we obviously didn't organise ourselves in the correct way. and we got punished. But we got punished, I have to say, from a great goal from Ekitike's perspective. And sometimes you have to acknowledge the quality of the play against you, although acknowledging again that we could have defended it better.
And just quickly, you almost prophesied it when we spoke to you yesterday, when you spoke about the threat of Ekitike.
Yeah, I mean, he's an outstanding player, and I think you saw that today. He's got a little bit of everything, and I think that's his biggest strength. He's tall, he's quick, and he can finish.
Jordan.
16 points, drop from league positions. Why are defending these become the big issue?
Yeah, I don't think today was defending a lead. Personally, I know that you'll come back and say, well, you were winning and you ended up losing the game, but for me, there was far too long in the game for that to be an issue. We weren't protecting the lead, we weren't defending deep. The goals have happened, of course, and we have to take responsibility for that, but I don't think it was a defending lead problem.
You mentioned you weren't able to use Lewis and Sven. What are their issues?
Sven had a tight thigh, and we were under the advice not to use him, and the reason they were here and on the bench is because we were giving them every opportunity to declare themselves fit. And of course, in the warm-up, they might have felt different. The recovery time's so small, you don't always get the information that you need and the speed that you need it. And with Louis, yeah, he couldn't bend his knee. There's sufficient angles to declare himself fit.
Kieran.
Is tonight even more painful when a player returns the game, a player you tried to sign last summer?
Not really. It's not about that. It's about us v them, and yeah, obviously their team's very strong and they've got outstanding players. I thought we controlled those players pretty well through the game, but just in the key moments we didn't.
Okay, if we nudge it down a single question, so we'll get a few more in. Back of the room, do you have a question?
Yeah, I'd say probably the best chances we have would be Sven and Louis, who were on the bench today. Bruno, I'm not 100% sure whether he'll make it or not. There's a chance. The others, no.
Okay, we'll go to Dom and then finish in front with the other Dom, please.
You said nothing in terms of incomings. Could we expect any outgoings in the final 48 hours?
I think the only one that possibly could leave would be Jamal Lascelles.
Okay, Dom, to finish, please.
There's been a bit of speculation on Joe Willock, as he's shown in the last week, how important he still is for.
Yeah, I think Joe's played really well in the last two games. Very pleased with him today. I think he suffered a bit of cramp in his hamstring. He was physically all out. He gave everything. I think we've seen a return to the very best Joe in the last two games. I've been delighted with him, and that's a big physical effort for him. Very minimal recovery time. He hasn't had a load of minutes. So I think he'd be really proud of what he's given the team, and certainly a fit and firing Joe Willock is still a huge asset for us.
So just very quickly, did you make a decision on that target?
Yeah, well, that's something that we'll be discussing till the end of the window.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Safe
Thank you.
travels. Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers.